Ooh, boy, this is hilarious. So I'm watching Sagar and Krystal Ball talk about JFK. Uh, One politic poll found 14% of President Joe Biden voted back Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Now, this is the young lady who her and her boyfriend, her boo friend, Kyle Kalinske, been pushing Marianne Williamson and looking at us like we don't join the Marianne Williamson train. Something is wrong with us. And and the look on her face when Sagar talks about this, one politic poll finds 14% of President Joe Biden voted back Robert F. Kennedy Jr. That's Joe Biden voters. We ain't talking about independents. We're talking about Joe Biden voters. But just the look on her face, because you know they've been pushing Marianne Williamson to the moon, man. They've been trying to get her over like she John Cena trying to get over Austin Theory. Hold on a second. Oh, this is funny. Let me turn down so y'all can hear it. I'm clowning.
Francis Kennedy Jr. has now got some 14% of support, Krystal, in the primary.
Look at Krystal face.
There were several hundred people there at the announcement that he had yesterday. And in terms of the dent that he's making, I mean, I think that people forget, first of all, obviously, the Kennedy name, Kennedy magic, etc.
Yeah.
But I don't think people realize his book, I think it was The Real Anthony Fauci, was one of the best-selling books in the country for like almost a year.
Yeah.
It sold at the very least hundreds of thousands of copies, lots of copies. He certainly made the rounds, and
Now I think Sagar is trolling her because she's pushing Marianne Williamson. Sagar was not on no Marianne Williamson train. Sagar, the beard looking a little fly, man. He trying to look like me a little bit with the. You got to get these though. But anyway, she is looking humiliated because Marianne Williamson ain't gonna get that far. I'm telling you, she ain't getting nowhere. Let me keep going.
Podcast and all that, and quite a bit of people even know who he was before that, just given name ID. And on top of that, a lot of media, probably more media, covered this event even than Marianne Williamson, in terms of his announcement, again because of the Kennedy name. Between earned media, between a genuine pop culture, or at very least public recognition, I'm not going to say necessarily has a shot, but he could be more of a menace.
Got a better shot than Marianne Williamson.
Give him credit for.
There's a lot to say here. So first of all, with regard to the poll, it is a little bit of a weird poll because they didn't poll likely primary voters. They polled people who voted for Biden in the last general election, which is just kind of an unusual.
So what's up with that? Stop making excuses. Wait till they poll the independent voters. He's taken away. He automatically overnight took over 14% of Joe Biden voters. Likely people to vote in the Democratic Party. I guess people who voted for Joe Biden, 14% said we ain't going with Biden, we're going to go with him. Now I can imagine what Marianne Williamson, she probably got 2.4%, if not 2.4%. But look at her. She's trying to blow this thing off, saying it's a funny poll. They didn't poll independents. Of course, none of these polls really poll independents, girl. The polls that was getting your girl up a little bit wasn't even polling independents.
Universe to poll. And it's very likely actually a broader and less overtly Democratic-based political than a primary poll would be. I mean, so it is a bit of a strange universe, but still, when you have Joe Biden only garnering 67% of his own voters that already selected him one time, and you have over 30% that are either going to RFK Jr., Marianne, or
they ain't going to Marianne. Don't even mention Marianne.
Exactly.
They ain't going to Marianne.
I think it speaks to how vulnerable Biden really is and how much the media tries to cover for him. Because every article that's written about Joe Biden, it always says in there, they've always got to have the line in there, serious primary candidate.
I'm not going to go through this 10 minutes. This ain't the Bobby Brown show. But she, let me tell you something. She ain't happy. You probably can't even hear me because I probably got my Bluetooth on. Do I get my Bluetooth? No, okay. My Bluetooth on. Yeah, let me go back to me. Krystal is not happy. Her and Kyle been investing everything they got in Marianne Williamson. They the one got her to run. And now immediately, just like I said, as soon as other people get in the race, she's going to start to disappear. She's going to be like that Homer Simpson meme where he started going in the grass. That's what's going to happen to her. So, Marianne Williamson is done, son. Look, if she get her act together, stop acting like she all that. Humble herself. Go to the black community and say, okay, you know, I'm for reparations more than anybody. RFK buying anything. I'm for reparation. Maybe I got the number wrong. What number do the black community suggest? I don't care what the economist says. What do you want? What do you want me to push for? That's what I'm going to push for. And if she commit herself to that and bring that to the forefront, like she's oftentimes have done, but don't try to lowball us, she could pass RFK. Because once they start pulling black people from 50 on down, you'll see her starting to win. But until then, she ain't it. Her foreign policy suck. She got attitude. She's lowballing black people on reparations. She just ain't it. But look, if you really do right by black people, get that number up, you might get a shot. Until then, you got no shot. Matter of fact, I think RFK, just killed your shot. Peace.